So Kendall, you've done independent adoption and you've done adoption with an agency. What are some of the advantages of working with an agency?
Absolutely, there's a cushion with an agency. They kind of hold your hand a little bit. I loved that our agency really could care for our birth mom. They provided lots of emotional support, a lot of hand-holding for both sides. And I loved that there was a mediator there too. That really helped me to establish the way I wanted our open adoption to be, and for the birth mom to establish that as well. We needed that mediation, and it taught me how to be in an open adoption relationship, which is what we wanted. And I loved that they were mediation and they were our teachers, and I think that the agency adoption enabled us to do a better private or independent adoption because we just knew what we wanted our adoption to look like at that point, and the agency really made that possible.
I really like that the agency had a process that, you're gonna have your home study, and then we're gonna get back together, and then we're gonna go over this, and you're gonna put together a profile for the birth moms to look at. And it was very process oriented in that I knew what was gonna happen next and what I needed to do, and I could control how fast I moved in that, getting my stuff done to make sure we were ready to adopt. And I liked that they provided classes for us and got us in contact with other adoptive couples to be able to have a support group to, really cheer each other on and share experiences with. And I felt like the agency had a lot to offer that way. The first agency we went through had all of that for us, and I felt really good. The second agency we went through, they were new to doing domestic adoption. They had done international for a long time, and there wasn't as much education that was necessary because we had already had our home study through the other agency, and we shared it with that second agency. But when we got connected with the birth mom, they were amazing and took care of her. And it was the same caseworker that worked with both of us, which with the other agency, there was one for us and one for the birth mom. But they really had an amazing balance in being able to take care of us and take care of her.
Yeah, the mediation is nice. You said something about the shocks in the car. I like that analogy because it's true. When you're doing a private adoption, you're probably going to feel a few more bumps in the road, and you got to smooth them out and take care of them. And the agency provides kind of a buffer. So that's a really good positive for agencies, is that.
I think when I've worked in an agency, and I've worked, in independent adoptions, and I think, one of the benefits of an agency is everything is kind of just right there. You go to that spot, and you call that office, and then everything that kind of needs to happen kind of happens from there. And it's nice to have that, especially if you haven't done adoption before, or especially if you don't have a birth parent that is looking to place with you. Agencies are really great at helping you find your birth parents, because the birth parents, expectant parents, are coming to the agency, and then you're coming to the agency, and that's where you're meeting. So it's, again, kind of like a one-stop shop, and so there are some definite advantages to working with agencies.